at the end of the day, when a doctor goes into this profession, they do it. It's not a well-paid job. It's not, there's many other professions that pay a lot more than this does. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you actually genuinely do want to help someone. And if you feel that you can't do that safely because you're overworked, or you're stressed about your finances, or you're being penalised because you're going to have children, then you will, it's upsetting. That's what it was about for the junior doctors. Okay, with the new working hours, I think they're expected to work up to 7-8 p.m. in the evenings on a normal weekday, and also include Saturday as part of the normal working hours. And that is on top of up to potentially 30% pay cut. So you're going to end up with quite tired, overworked, stressed due to financial debt doctors looking after patients, which isn't safe at all. By introducing the new contract, they will show that the NHS isn't working as it is, and then therefore that will then lead to privatisation. We already have austerity affecting patients already, with mental health cutbacks, benefit cutbacks and services being cut back, and this will further that problem. I think when the NHS was set up, it was set up to be free NHS healthcare for all, whether you're rich, poor, man, woman, child, and it needs to remain that way, and by privatising it, we're going to lose the essence of what the NHS was set up for. I'm amazed at the actual movement that's occurred on the back of these new changes. I think it's right that the junior doctors have spoken out. They had to speak out, because if we let this proposal pass, they will take advantage. The government may then allow other proposals to pass too. So it's great to see all the junior doctors unite with senior doctors backing them, so consultants and GPs who are no longer junior backing them in their cause. I think we're right to speak out as one voice. I have medical students at work, and when you talk to the medical students about some of the changes that are being brought in, they're actually quite frightened and scared. Some of them have put, their parents themselves have worked really hard, put a lot of money into them, trying to get through their degrees, and then to have quite an uncertain future at the end. They already have mounting financial debt from their courses, and then not to know what sort of lifestyle they'll have afterwards. Will they be able to have families? Will they be penalised for working less hours, having families? And a lot of people thought they would work here in England, but they're now considering moving abroad. It's very difficult for me as a senior doctor to say, stay here under the current climate. Jeremy Hunt is currently the Health Secretary. He was brought in to try and be an advocate, I think, for the NHS. I think, unfortunately, I don't think he's not got a medical background. I think they needed to have someone with a bit of a medical background to kind of understand the needs of the people that work in the NHS. And I think that's where things have gone wrong. I think it's a bit of a misconception to say that they're asking for something. I think the proposals were put through and they were kind of imposed on them. There weren't any real negotiations, and I think this is where the media have spun it a little bit and made it out that the junior doctors are after the money and it's all about the pay cut. It's about being respected, and it's about being able to do your job safely, and I think this message has been lost in the media. Jeremy Hunt refused to negotiate out of 22 of the 23 proposals that he put forward. So I think that isn't a negotiation, and I think all the junior doctors want is to be able to go to the table with the BMA, with ACAS and with Jeremy Hunt and say, let's talk about the different proposals and see what we can achieve. There may not be an easy solution, but I think at the very least the negotiations need to happen.